Hello. Today I am doing a podcast on the moon, and it's it's 8 phases or harmonic directions. I do a lot of work in the moon because I find it to be helpful in understanding what maybe is hidden, not necessarily apparent, and can be troublesome to the person involved. And in this particular chart you see today, I have a chart with a new moon. And a new moon is going to be a particular beginning of a lunar cycle. And this was brought to me as a question, this new moon in Leo. What is this question? Well, this happened to be about the death of twins and this person wanting to inquire about these twins. So a new inquiry. Now, in medical astrology, the lunar harmonics tell us the details of how we're feeling. For instance, at this time, I'm in the process of recovering from cellulitis in my face. And I'm in the beginning of a new cycle where it is hot and dry. And hopefully with this particular temperament, I will burn through this infection with the help of my antibiotics. But generally, I'm feeling a little hot and perhaps a little poorly because Leo can kind of indicate stomach issues. So I'm going to go ahead and give you an overview of the 8 phases of the moon, with the backdrop being about medical astrology. In the realm of medical astrology, the moon plays a significant role in understanding the health issues and well-being of an individual or the individuals. One intriguing concept within this field is the division of the lunar cycles into 8 phases known as harmonics. These harmonics are believed to offer you valuable insights into the condition during its acute phases of illness, aiding us as practitioners in providing a more holistic and personalized type of care. In other words, we can come in and understand where you're at, how you're feeling, and we use this as a means to follow patients when they are acutely sick. Now, I'm not saying chronic, there's a difference. Acute is in the heat of the moment. Okay. The lunar cycles with its shifting phases has long been associated with various aspects of life, including health and healing. In medical astrology, the 8 phases of the moon are considered crucial markers that reflect the ebb and flow of energy within the body. Each phase is believed to influence different bodily systems and functions, offering us unique perspectives on individuals' health statuses. So, for instance, the new moon, it's the beginning of a lunar cycle, symbolizing new beginnings, things breaking free, fresh energy. In medical astrology, this phase may indicate a period of rest and rejuvenation, allowing the body to heal and recharge. And in my acute phase, that is where I'm at. And thank goodness, because I'm tired of being sick. It's been like I've been down now. I broke my leg 15 weeks ago, and I have not been up and functional since. And it's just almost been scary. But with the new moon energy, perhaps I can rally and collect and heal. Now, I do have a very prominent medical condition is chronic that doesn't help me to bounce back terribly easily. But in fact, right now, the new moon says that I am starting to bounce back. And thank goodness, because I'm tired of being sick. The waxing crescent is a moon, begins to grow. This phase is associated with growth and development. Patients in this phase may benefit from treatments aimed at supporting the body's natural healing processes. In the first quarter phase, we're going to be wanting a time of action and momentum. It's just to signal for need for proactive measures to kind of see what's needed and get it done, and to address the health issues that maybe are just sitting idle. Patients in this phase could benefit from treatments that focus on addressing underlying diseases and causes. The waxing gibbous phase, with the moon nearly full, this phase is linked to culmination and preparation. Patients nearing a point of resolution in their health journey, making it critical for supportive therapies, making sure those supportive therapies are correct. The full moon, the peak of the lunar cycle, symbolizing completion and fulfillment. In medical astrology, this phase may indicate a time of heightened sensitivity, awareness, and requiring gentle, nurturing care. The waning gibbous, as a moon, begins to wane. This phase is associated with release and reflection. Patients in this phase may benefit from therapies aimed at detoxification and emotional healing. And I'm going to tell you right there, I find that illness in general, no matter what it is, requires emotional healing. So there'll always be a waning gibbous phase of an acute healing process, and necessary for you to put it behind you. The last quarter is a period of reassessment and closure. The last quarter phase may prompt patients to address lingering health issues, treatments focused on resolution, and closure may be particularly beneficial during this phase. And the final is the waning crescent, this final phase before the new moon, symbolizing completion and preparation for yet again a new cycle. Patients in this phase may benefit from therapies that promote rest, introspection, preparing them for the next stage of their healing journey. The role of harmonics in medical astrology are as follows. The concept of harmonics in medical astrology emphasizes the interconnectedness of the lunar phases and their impacts on individual health. By considering harmonics of the moon, practitioners can gain a deeper understanding of a patient's condition and tailor treatments that align with the natural rhythms of the body. Such an important detail. What are the benefits of using this approach to medical care? Well, first of all, it personalizes your care. By analyzing a patient's phase in the lunar cycle, practitioners can be more personalized at targeted treatments that address specific health needs. A holistic approach is another factor. Incorporating harmonics into medical astrology encourages this holistic approach to healing that considers the physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of health, because they're all involved. The timing of treatments, again, another very important thing. Understanding a patient's phase in the lunar cycle can help practitioners determine the most effective timing for treatment, maximizing therapeutic benefits. And a lot of times that's exactly why we get contacted. People want to know, I'm going to have a surgery. Should I have it this date, so we get questions like that. So this would be an example again of how we use this. And again, we have enhanced diagnosis. Harmonics provide additional insights into the patient's condition, complementing traditional diagnostic methods and offering a more comprehensive view of their health status. To conclude, Actually, before I conclude, I want to mention one really interesting detail for which I will be podcasting one, but it's another podcast I'm working on. And that is that personally, I make my medications. I have a process that I use. And one of the things that I use in my medicine is maple syrup. Now, I make my medicine sugar-free. And I do so because sugar is a contributing factor in cancer, and I don't really want to help the cancer grow. So I make medication using this maple syrup and melaleuca honey and a certain type of terpenes. In doing so, I'm making something sugar-free and healthy. But in addition to that, maple syrup is a very particular story. It does not produce sugar or sap until all the trees are ready. They gather up, they work together as sisters, as a team, as a tribe. And until everyone's ready, no one's ready. And no maple syrup is derived. And it is with this idea that I'm using this really sophisticated sweetener, if you will, for medication to honor and complete a healing cycle in my body. Now, I mainly got this from harmonics and how important it was to be in touch with nature, trees, for which I find myself needing to learn to stand tall and be strong and get rooted deeply so that I can remain standing, because cancer is one that wants to topple you, wants to cut your branches down one limb at a time, if you will. So there are many reasons to use harmonics, oftentimes in astrology. Because this is medical, you wouldn't be hearing about it. Therefore, I am bringing this to you today. And with that, I thank you so much for joining me here in this podcast. And if you require help in a reading, please do let me know, as I'm fully capable of helping you with your medical understanding it and coaching you through. I am not the doctor, so I want to make that perfectly clear, but I do assist you, the patient, with your doctor in the things that matter, questions that are going to be very relevant to you. Thank you for joining me here today.